All right, man. Well, peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with another video. First and foremost, hopefully, the Most High House shall bless you all day, man. By His mercies you are consumed. Let's go out there. Hopefully, all's well to our brothers and sisters. Let's go out there and show that love, kindness. To each other, man. Honestly, man, just try to increase our faith and just being thankful, man, for the Most High letting us see another day, man. Another day being alive in Him, man. It's the day that He made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it, man. You know what it is too. I kind of want to follow up is this because I was talking about this with a brother of mine yesterday, man. We really more. No, we actually was going over this, man. But I'm coming at a point like now. I'm reaching a point now, of course, with spiritual maturity, man. It's just like really focusing on you, man, because that's why because I made those videos talking about worry about you, man, and also too. Let me say this too. A lot of times too, because we kind of gotta be spiritually mature in this, because what I'm gonna say is it's a balance thing too, because honestly, because I'm about to get into it too, because but also too, but that's really because I don't want to, because now it can seem like it could come off as contradictory, but it's really I just hope y'all understand what I'm saying too, because honestly, man, because we kind of need to so I know too in spiritual fear, of the belief of believers, or so-called believers, or believers, man, even whatever sense, because in the knowledge and the word, man, a lot of times too we gotta reach a level of spiritual maturity is don't even worry about them, because a lot of times people just blame. So I don't really talk about them too much, but blame the camps or blame One West for everything, man. You can't. You got to realize, man. Yes, things of that nature is and it's some of the the things warranted and very true about One West and the camps. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But we gotta reach a spiritual maturity. Okay, because even because a lot of them call them the Pharisees and things of that nature, and that's probably pretty valid for most of the case, because I can't speak on all camps and congregations. I'm not going to. I've been through, had some good run-ins, pretty some, some okay run-ins. Just me personally, but not really. It was more with individuals from not the whole like a camper congregation pretty much. But I kind of do what Thessalonians said. I kind of do what the video I made a few weeks ago, or a few days ago, or a week ago. Kind of study, that what Thessalonians says. Study, be quiet, and work your own business. Kind of mind your own business, man. Kind of lurk in your shadows, do your own thing. Spread love to. First of all, follow peace with all men. But pretty much show love to every brother and sister. Show love to issue in the word, even out the word. But especially in the word, show love to everybody. Yahweh Shah says, Philippians says, salute every saint, man. Or how Shah said in Matthew 5, man. Salute, show love to ones that you don't know as well. So be at peace with all men. Owe no man nothing but to love him. But yeah, that's what I was saying. But I will say this too, we can't shoot, I forgot I was gonna say, but we can't just blame them for everything, because what I know is too, just not calling out anybody individually, not saying that I'm not saying that, but because a lot of times it's okay, this is okay, now people that aren't in camp, aren't doesn't do the camp thing, aren't in camps, or don't adhere to what they do, so they just make their whole job just to go on the camps and just talking about them all the time, right on different platforms. Not where it could be videos or in person, this and that. It's no, man. It's because even if you believe that most of them are the Pharisees and Roman law kind of experience, even think about what Yahushua did. Yahushua would just say, okay, watch them niggas over there. Beware the Pharisees, the 11 of the Pharisees, man. But beware of them too. And he gave a whole chapter in Matthew 23 about them. Then he just kept moving. There's other places too in the going about that. There's other places too in the apostles' letter, in the gospel and stuff like that, that's going into them being beware of them. But man, yeah, Yahushua really wasn't even until they stepped to him, man. He wasn't even worried about them, until they came to him. So a lot of times we can get focused on exposing this person, this camp congregation, this and that. No. And the same thing with spiritual, blaming everything on Christianity and things of that nature, man. It's just talking about the Christian church all the time, or Jehovah's Witnesses, or whatever fraction denomination, Pentecostal or more or whatever, man. But I'm saying mostly Christianity, because that's what comes up, man. No, man, don't blame them for everything either, because a lot of times, no, too. And this is for, like, our brothers and sisters in the word, like, it comes to the knowledge, that do that, just talk about them all day. And also too, I talk to some Christians a lot of times too, like, yeah, actually the brother of mine too, like, yeah, a brother of mine, like, it was like a while back, man, we was talking to a brother, going over a word with the brother, and he was just talking about some, yeah, man, we should come together and take down Christian church and the lies. It's like, no, man, we not. And we was kind of telling him, no, man, listen, I get your frustration, they lie to you and stuff like that, but just keep it pushing, move on. Like, just gotta heal from that. It's like, okay, like, whatever denomination you were in, man, they wronged you, they they wronged you, they lied to you, stuff like that. And this is pretty valid. Like, there's stories and, like, occurrences where stuff that were those were be camps, congregations, or whatever, or churches or Christianity church, they did people wrong, but you gotta move forward from that, man. Like, and let the Most High deal with that. Anyway, let's focus on you, man, because a lot of times, and even too, some brothers and sisters in Christianity came up to me and say, oh yeah, like they probably they're eased their way out of the church. Now they kind of, like, just studying the word, and they might, or may find another church or whatever. And they just, like, let's go against them, because, like, all what you're doing is you're becoming what you hate. You're becoming what you don't like, man. Because now all you're thinking, it's not about the Most High anymore. It's just about disproving them, and that's what it is, man. That's why where it tells you not to debate, or there's time to defend the gospel, but that's why the word is like, okay, let's just, like, okay, yeah, let's just constantly go at them and expose them. Like, no, let's worry about them. Like, they gonna do what they gonna do. Everybody's in their lot. Like, I was talking, like, to shout out the brother call me call. He said that, man, everybody's in their lot where they supposed to be, man. Like, now, is it okay? Do you, like, is it time to correct and rebuke? Of course, like, it is. But just making, like, your whole, like, walk about that. That's just, like, that's not spiritual. That's not mature, man. That's not spiritual maturity, man. So, like, a lot of times that's why I, like, but it's best to worry about you, mind your own business, man. Because even like even like I was talking to, like, that with the brother, yesterday, man. The brother, one of my brothers yesterday, man. It's like, listen, man, I'm not even, like, all this, even what's going on in the world, like, with the politics and stuff like that. This whatever, man. I'm not worried about that. Like, shout out to brother son being firstborn, man. Those are sinner problems, man. Those people, like, outside the house, man. But let me get to second. That's just 9 and 13, man. Because, yeah, man, this is blame game, and this is what the most, this is really key right here, man. Second Esdras 9 and 13. Here it is. It says, and therefore this here, yeah, because it is too. A lot of times, like, and I notice this too in the word, in the knowledge, man. Like, a lot of times, like, we're focused on, like, like, all the 2/3, and this person gonna get destroyed. You're this person gonna get, like, we're focused on destruction, man. And that's, like, that's what. I mean, yeah, I mean, of course, but like, what are you, like, shout out to bro Kwame Call, man, because it's like, listen, man, like, that's why a lot of times, yeah, I was guilty of this too. I don't really go to it as much as the conversation goes into, like, end time prophecy, stuff like that. Because when you first go in the word, that's what you get. You start read the Revelations, the Daniels, the second Esdras, and the Jeremiah, like Jeremiah's, and or the Oh yeah, you read about the end time prophecy, what's going on, but then, like, no, like, but you gotta go to the beginning. Actually, start, like, one, start with Yahweh Shai, then go to the beginning, man. And shoot, that the volume book is written to him, so go to the beginning, man. So, like, and just go to him, learn about him. Actually, learn your Maker, man. Have a relationship with him, man. That's why it's so important to not undervalue the relationship of the Most High Yahweh Shai, man. Like, know actually who they are. Like, know the Exodus 34 and 6 numbers. Like 14, and was it what did I read? Numbers 14 and 18. I think it was number 14 and 18. No Jeremiah 9:24, to know them, man. Honestly, man. Other than that, because a lot of times, like, it's just told, like, go to end time prophecy. Like, when I first came in, like, that's what me, I would lie to do a lot of times, and the brothers of Discord at, man. But shout out to brother Kwame Call and Mashah and the brothers with Mashah and Akal War, man. You gotta focus on inner prophecy, man, because it don't matter what's going on, man. Like, how's it when the Most High comes back, or when you take your last breath, like where did you stand with the Most High house? That's all that matters, man. Like, just, like, because I get it, like, that's the thing, because that's the tactics, like, because a lot of times, like, I think it's the Second Corinthians and also Jude, like, pull, like, kind of scared. It's a more the motive of scaring people into repentance, man. But But like when we talking about okay, martial law or famines, or talking about yeah, purges and concentration camps. Yeah, I get that, man. But like, shout out to brother Kwame Call said, listen, man, that's equivalent to you know. Like those old cartoons, you being like tied on the train track. You see the train coming, and you just constantly say, "Yo," and somebody's with you. Got group of people with you. Like, "Yo, the train coming." It's like, all right, what are we gonna do to get out of it? How are we going to escape to get out of it? Actually, which leads me to this. Now, second Edges chapter 9, verse 13. And now, therefore, be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, in whose world who in whose world is, and whom for whom the world is created. So yeah, man, exactly. So I'm reading this one more time. It says, and therefore be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, and whose world is, and for whom the world is created. So yeah, man, that's what it is. That's why, like, the testimony of Yahushua, the grace and mercy, like, and his in the gospel of it, that's so key, man, because that's how you can save it. And, like, just believing on him, man, honestly, man, and also too keeping the commandments as well. But yeah, man, don't be, but no, I'm gonna hit the because I was looking at the word inquire, man, because I'm gonna get on my iPad real quick. Okay, it's late enough, because I'm about to say the ice cream truck outside. I'm gonna say, why's out? The ice cream man. Oh, Master P song. I hear that song in a minute. The ice cream man. I'm just playing, y'all. Can't sing, but yeah, man, that's just really what it is, man. Like, like, cause honestly, man, that's what we need to be worried about, man. We kind of can worry about, okay, what does this person? Because like, even for example, right? Like, because a lot of times, like, we wait for the aha moment. We like to jump, because even like the congregation, I don't know what the brother's name is. Like, he did the whole. I'm not sure what the brother name is. I kind of used to watch. No, a brother of mine used to send me the videos, but the brother now, I think he calls himself, which many like calls himself King David Reincarnated. But it was a whole congregation during, like, back in the Thanksgiving time, back in November, I think. They was called eating pork and stuff of that nature, and everybody was kind of getting, which rightfully so. I mean, you're supposed to, like, rebuke and things that nature, correct and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's just like, worry about you, man. Don't worry about what other, because, like, a lot of times, like, we it can turn into the Ricky Lake, the Wendy Williams stuff, like the word, even in the word, like, and shout out to the brother, what you call him, Canuck, man, C Nice, man, because he did a video on that in his and the Enemy series, man. Because it's not just one fraction, man. Because it's not just no, it's not. It's both, man. It's just both, like, brothers in the knowledge and the word. You don't even have to be in a camp or congregation, because it's not just all camps and congregations, all of them, or it's not all Christianity, man. It's just the people. It's just people that's saying they represent the Most High in Yahushua, Most High in Christ, man. That's a big problem, man. Because honestly, man, like, that's why, not profaning His name, man. Honestly, man, because I gotta do that, man. Not profane His name. That's what it's about, man. Because a lot of times, say something like that happens, man. Like, we gotta realize, like, whatever denomination, like, you adhere to, man, you got you shouldn't be worried about if something's happening, like, if for somebody of your belief system gets caught doing something, like, how it's going to make that belief system look, or how's that going to make, most importantly for us, like, the nation look, or something like that. We can, first of all, what about, like, do we consider how the Most High and how shall look, or how we represent them, offending them, rather than how we look? That's what it's about, man. Rather than that should be the first thing that comes to mind, man. So, because it happens in different denominations and fractions, man. It's just not one side, man. It's just not one party. It's not just not to be blamed. It's multiple, man. It's just like, people that say they just represent him, man. That's all it is, man. Because because it's not just one side. So yeah, let me get that word inquire, man. Okay, yes. It says, ask, pose a question. Yeah, examine. See, yep, yep. Inquire. Yes, to probe, to look, research, examine, explore, dig. Yeah. So ask, make inquire. So yeah, man, ask like want to know, man, because a lot of people, man, listen, man, especially people coming in this word, man, or like they want to be saved, man. That's what the point is. Like people want to. That's what our goal should be, man. People's souls getting saved, man. That's what it's about, man. Honestly, uh, before anything, man. That's what it's about. Like, people, your soul being saved, man. You saving your soul, man. So, yeah, that's what inquire. Y'all probably can't see it, man. But yeah, man, that's what it means to. Oh, yeah, y'all can't see it. Okay. Oh wait, no. Okay, it went off. But all right, cool. Wait, but yeah, man. That's just y'all probably can't see it. Hold on. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna be able to see it. Inquire. Yeah.
Inquire.
Yeah, inquire, man. Yeah, so y'all can't see it, but it's all good. But y'all know what it means. But let's really think, like, ask questions, like That's why, like yeah, man. A lot of times too, like it's honestly that's a lot of times too, man. Don't try to get too deep. That's why I'm mastering the simple things, man. That's just what it is too, man. About that, man. So I'm reading this one more time. Because this is going on for anything, man. And therefore, second Ezra chapter 9, verse 13. And therefore, be not thou curious how the ungodly shall be punished, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose world it is, and for whom the world is created. So yeah, man, that's what it's about, man. Honestly, man, like worry about how the righteous is going to get saved, man. How, like, that's why it says Philippians. I might as well get it now. I was gonna get it later, but I'm gonna hit this in Psalms actually, man. Let me get this Philippians, the course. Philippians chapter Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye always obey, not as in my presence only, but as much more in my absence. Exactly. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So yeah, man, this is not that's heavy too. What Paul says above, man. Not when people are like that. That ties into the video I did about like Akan, man. Like not when people are just like it's about because when the Most High seeing you with what you doing. Not when people are just around when nobody's around, man. So the Most High sees everything, man. His eyes are brighter than the sun too, because I forget about that part in this precept in this verse. But it says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye always has always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but how much, but now much more in my absence. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." So yeah, man, that's what you should be looking at, man. Like Acts says, save from this untoward generation, man. Like that's what it is. Like rather than that, man. Seriously, and that goes into like and let me get this too in Psalms real quick, man. Let me get this in Psalms, because not only that, but work out salvation in fear and trembling, man. You guys serve him in fear and trembling, man. Honestly, man. Because that's like because this is in Psalms 2. Psalms 2, it says I think it's in Psalms. Yes, Psalms 2 and 11. It says, serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. So yeah, man, serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Yeah, man. So like, didn't it say that's how you like work out your salvations or with fear and trembling? That's how you got to serve, man. Constantly, man. Seriously, man. Like constantly, day after day, man. Whatever you do, whatever we do for the Lord, man. Do for the Most High Yahweh. I do that, man. Honestly, tarry not, like Sirach says, tarry not off day to day, man. And day to secure to be punished, man. Or make it call an election sure, man. That's what you need to worry about, man. Focusing on you, honestly, man. That's what it is, man. That's what I need to do, man. More like not focus on like who this person doing this person doing that, or this person said something crazy. This brother said something crazy, or this what you call him this pastor said some crazy. This person, I ain't like, okay, I might, depending on what it is, you might dress to see it, but just keep it moving, man. But because honestly, the Most High, like, let me get this in Numbers 27 again, man, because the Most High is gonna see you, man. Like, because a lot of times that's what we like, it becomes that Wendy Williams spirit, the Ricky Lake spirit, like, the world star, the gossip, the like, I was looking at Proverbs the other day. I forgot which verse it is, but it says gossip in the good news. It says gossip is so tasty. How much do we love it? Like, or watching that, because everybody loves a train wreck. Everybody loves watching it, man. But you know what it is? It hides of what they got going on too, man. So that's just is what it is, man. So you know it is. Yeah, man, don't do that, man. Let's worry about let's get not because this is the point. This is heavy right here. Numbers 27. I was actually mentioning this with brother yesterday. I think I read the last time. Our father died in the wilderness. This is talking about Zelophehad, daughters to Zelophehad. There was a man named Zelophehad, and he gave inheritance to his daughters. I don't believe he didn't have a son. But anyway, let me get to verse 3. Here's the point. Our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves against the Lord in the company of Korah, but died in his own sin and had no son. So, yeah, man. So, let's check that out, man. Because, say, for example, right, the congregation, that like back in November, right, they was eating pork. They got caught. They was eating pork, and they was doing all that stuff. Had a whole, Thanksgiving type of thing, stuff like that. And I noticed even online, a lot of people going in and going in that. But it's okay, cool, because we look at that, say, oh man, look at them, to puff yourself up. I put myself in. You can't look at that, because spirit can get on me as well. I'm not exempt from none of this, of course, none of this. But you look at that, at least that goes into the parable, the publican and Pharisee parable, man. Yeah, how should I talk? You're looking okay, at least I'm not like this nigga over here. But meanwhile, you're evil, you got hatred, you're malicious, spiteful, you got idols in your heart, you hate your brother, you hate your brother, you're greedy, you're this, you're lustful, you're this and that, you got all this stuff going on, but all because this person is or these people got caught doing something crazy, or there is more on Front Street, more popular with them. You feel justified. No, man, the Lord Most High is going to see you, man. So that's what's really, really about, man. I had to remind myself of this too. You can't get caught up, because when stuff like that comes up, it could pop up, and certain brothers you could start talking about over online here, YouTube or Discord app, man, or this and that. We can start, but that it's all right, cool. They're doing that over there. The Most High going to deal with that over there. Not saying it's not time to to correct that, because I'm going to get into that, man. But it's it's just more okay, what are you doing, love? For work out your own salvation, fear, and tremble. Don't, not saying turn a blind eye to wickedness, or saying that nature, or okay, people doing that, or they got that over there. Focus on you. Or even if you are brothers and sisters in Christianity, man, the pastor or somebody in the church gets caught stealing, or stealing money, or doing this, doing that, stuff like that. Okay, of course, the scripture is supposed to address it, correct it, and move on. Or they had to be removed, they had to be removed, or whatever. But still, you don't just do that. Just say, oh, at least not like them and stuff like that. Because the Most High gonna see you for what you got going on. So, like you said, we also appear before the judgment seat, before Yahushua, before Christ, man. So that's what it is. But let me get that 1 Corinthians now, 5 and 12, man. Because because I don't want to come off as contradictory, because especially here, because we're supposed to focus on people, let me get 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and 12, man. So for what have I do to judge them also that are without? Do not ye judge them that are within? So yeah, man. So that's what Paul talking about here, man. He's talking about people that's outside the house, man. Are people that's unbelievers, just don't believe that. We can't get, shout out to Brother Assembly at Firstborn too, man, because it does happen. It happens with me as well, but because it's more of me personally, I look on things that with the word, inside the word, outside the word. That's just not good things to do. That's not good behavior. That's not good code of conduct. That's not good principles or things to have. But at the end of the day, man, these people outside the word, especially our people outside the word, man, you gotta remember, man, they're sinners. You can't be shocked over sinners doing sinful things too, man. Honestly, man. And it's here's the thing too, man, because shout out to Brother Assembly of Firstborn, because he pointed this out too. Because honestly, on things people that's going on, say people in politics, or in the entertainment world, sports world, whatever, that on the left hand side, they're adhere to the Kemetic Babylonian mystery school system. They worship they worship Baal, they worship the goat, they worship Saturn, they're Saturnians, they worship that. They're on the left hand side. They're on that, right? So a lot of times, like, and it's good to know, like Ecclesiastes 7:25 says, listen, to know knowledge of wickedness is good. So know what out there, what's to avoid it. Because even Solomon said to know, to have knowledge of wickedness. You need to know what energies are out there too. Like just know, like, but to see at the end of the day, the word offsets all that. So, but it's not so much of that, like, because we focus on, like, before, like, the internet, and whatever got going on and stuff like that, like, the internet, or like, the internet, the world stars, or whatever podcast is going on, the all the stuff that the whatever's going on internet, stuff like that, or TV, or like the MTV, or the BT, or whatever. Like, we kind of marvel, like, of those things, but they're of the world at the end of the day. Like the brother Assembly of Firstborn said, my bad, because I was trying to think about something, came back to my mind. They're of the world at the end of the day. Even there's people like that was wicked before all this stuff even happened. So all before, like, because it does go back to the Kemet Babylonian mystery school system, goes back to ancient Egypt, the gods of ancient Egypt. But at the end of the day, it's just Genesis 3, man. This is what it is at the end of the day, man. Honestly, before all that, before, like, the left hand path, and people that's like, or the quote unquote, like, well, kind of overused term now, Illuminati per se. These people are the world, that, like, they're averse, to the to the Most High's will, and, like, what the Most High laid out, they're just adverse to Him, man. But let's get to Genesis 3:15. That's like that's the root of it all of those things. Course, like, there's different branches, pretty much. There's the the Kemetic Babylonian mystery school system. There was those the Aleister Crowley, do it thy will, like, all the the LB, whatever, the homosexuality, stuff like that, homosexuality, this, that, whatever's going on, whatever wickedness you could think of, it all stems from people being of the world. And this is Genesis 3:15. It's beyond that, it's just beyond that, because, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, like, I'm not taking no shot, because I'm in it too, man, because and plus too, they're in covenant. You know what? Let me say this too. They're in covenant with Satan, man. They choose the way of the world, choose the way of the Satan, man. Because, what? Let me give you this story too, man. Because I'm in the Discord app as well, and I put some stuff in the occult section as well. I'm not, too. Even I do it time to time too, because. Let me tell you what you call this too as well. A few weeks ago, man, like, this is how it's going to get, man. Like, as prophecy unfolds, it's going to be more of that, man. Because I was waiting for the train. I was getting my little cousin, and some Edomite, he had Sixers shirt on, but, if y'all don't know, in the cult world, 76 is for the GOAT, pretty much. That's why 76ers, if you're going to, it's for the GOAT. And he had a 76ers shirt on, but it said Satan on it, and it was I think I still got it on my. I'll have to see. Sure, I still on my phone, but he had a 76ers shirt on, but it said Hail Satan pretty much on it, man. You're going to see more of that, man, because it just goes beyond that. This go with the house, I say, ye are your father, the devil, man. But it goes back to this, Genesis 3 and verse 15. It says, I'll put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So yes, war between the Most High seed and the serpent seed, man. That's what it is, man. That's just is what it is, man. That's just really what it is at the end of the day. I know I said it in a long-winded way, man, but that's just what it is at the end of the day, man. It's the because a lot of times, like, because a lot of times too, when I first, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Because I actually, like, the Most High does that a lot of times. He bring you through that left hand path, through, like, that to the right hand path, honestly, to him. Because that's how I got. That's kind of how the root. I think I did a video about it a while back. Because that was kind of precursor of me getting the word, man. Because, like, one, my brother brought it to me, like, all the quote. It was like back in, like, almost a decade ago. Even before that, like, all the Illuminati stuff like that, and, like, with the music industry and this and that, then I started watching a lot of Professor Griff, and later on, like, later on, I eventually came into the word, I was into, like, the pro-black, the pro-black, the Afrocentric stuff for a little bit, not as hard body with it. Then I got in the word, but I say that to say, man, that's just what it is, honestly, man. That's, like, because 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 that's how a lot of times the Most High brings people in the Word. But that's just the way what it is. Because a lot of times, but like nothing wrong. Like shout out to Brother Chronicles of Judah, man. It's all the work that he does, stuff like that. I understand why the work he does, and like many others that do videos like that, that's exposing the industry or exposing. Well, not him per se, because when he was let me clear that up too, because but he was also doing different type of content. So let me clean that up about the Brother Chronicles Judah. It was more balanced with him too. He did more on that. But it's like a lot of channels that's like that. Like, okay, let's expose. Like now it's thousands. It was more like it was more like it was like that too back 10 years ago. But it's more common now. Everybody's now is doing it. It was only it was a select few doing it back during that time. But now. It's a lot. Everybody's just just on the internet, or not just on YouTube, or just on the internet. Exposing this or this person, that person, stuff like that. That's cool, or whatever. But you gotta realize it's deeper than that, because those people are just of the world. That's just it, man. That's the surface. That's really the root of it. Honestly, they're of the world. That's what it is. But I was a little too long winded with that. But yeah. Yeah, so yeah, man, but like Paul said here, man, don't worry about people outside the house, because they're sinners. They're gonna do sinner things, man. We should be focused on people as believers inside the house, man, inside the word, man, for our people, for the nation, that the sheep get saved, man. That's what it's about, That's just what it is. But that's what we should be worrying about, because that's the judgment starting here. And honestly, man, too, I'm gonna get this in Peter, then I'm hitting Sirach too, man. Because honestly, judgment starting cause when we read this too. No, we gonna read it. We just gonna get it. We just gonna get it, man. My bad for y'all for stuttering, man. Because when I get excited about these things, when I start want to go into these things, I get a little excited. But First Peter chapter 4 and verse 18, verse 17. For the time come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? So let me read this again. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? So verse 18, if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So man, let's unpack that for a minute, man. So it's kind of line up with that Corinthians says, those are that are without, man. Let's line up with that outside the house, man. Worry about people within the house, man. This not only talk, because a lot of times that scripture causes meditating on a lot, like a month ago or a few months ago, man. Because a lot of times that scripture, of course, it's talking about our people, man. It's talking about the nation, man. It's talking about, the nation of Israel, judgment coming here first. But it's also talking about amongst, the believers of it. Judgment's going to start here amongst us in the word, right? And of course, he's going to come to his people first, because, but he's going to come to people, that's inside the word first, that are believers. Then, the unbelievers. So it says really, Here it is. Man, let me read this again. For First Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time has come that the judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first must begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? So man, that's what it is, man. So what's really going to be, that's really what it is, man. Those are. Let me read 1 Corinthians again. For what I have to do to judge them that are without, do ye not judge them that are within? So they're outside the house, man. Because a lot of times, and I was just talking about this. Anybody with my brother yesterday, man, you can't take it personally. When people project the word, all right, cool, you can't take it personally. They're a lot of times they're sinners, man. Sinners are going to do sinner things. They're going to do that, man. It's they can't. That's why Ecclesiastes says, man, don't let certain things shock you, man. So I get it, because we're in real time. It's we're going to have actual reaction to it. But it's I remember this is all written to happen. So it's okay. All right, cool, man. So, but, yeah, man, speaking of the house, man, that's what it is, man. And it's not only the house of believers. He's starting, house of believers. Let's get this Sirach 27:3. That's why we had this. How we had to move. Ecclesiastes 27:3. It says, "Unless a man hold himself diligent in the fear of the Lord, his house shall be overthrown." So yeah, man, got around in the fear of the Lord, man, constantly, man. Noah's fear as he got older increased. Tobit's fear, what the Lord increased once he got older, man. So that's is what it is, man. So this can't be worry about you, man. Honestly, man, gotta worry about. So I know my bad to be so long winded and stuff like this because I kind of could have made the point, but I really want to focus on that, man. Let's worry about each other, man. Like honestly, man, because like that's honestly like and also too that's what we're like the how the new covenant and the gospel is so important. The testimony house is so important, man, because you gotta be more merciful with things too, because because listen, I think it's inside right too. Like I forget where it's at. Like when you're trying to correct everybody on everything, man, it's like people are not gonna want to be around you, man. So that's why focus on what you're doing, man. Honestly, man. Like honestly, I still gotta look at and meditate on things that I'm doing, man. Honestly, and self-examine, like Colossians says, pull off that old man, renew the mind. Is honestly so. Yeah, man. That's really it on that, man. Yeah, man, just worry about you, man. Worry about, like it says, how the righteous are gonna be saved. Worry about how like his second even 7 says, man, like only one can go through the entrance I say entrance of the gate at the time, man, to enter into the kingdom at the time, man. So like seriously, and we all gonna have to appear to the judgment seat, man. So it's like, yeah, most time your house are not gonna be worried about what this person did, what that person did. Even if that's why that mercy and that forgiveness is so true because like so powerful. Because like he not gonna be worried about what they did. What did you do? How did you react? How did you do this? So that's what I kind of got to remind myself for that, man. It's like, okay, what did you do? I understand what they did. I'm gonna talk to them, but I'm gonna talk to you. So yeah, man. Hopefully this is edifying, man. So peace.